In the midst of a galaxy torn apart by war and conflict, where alliances were fragile and trust was a rare commodity, there existed a species known as the Vernians. They were a peaceful and diplomatic race, known for their love of art and beauty, their society built on principles of harmony and cooperation. As tensions escalated between two powerful factions, the Vernians found themselves caught in the crossfire. The Galactic Alliance, led by the noble Avians, stood against the tyrannical Dominion, ruled by the ruthless Reptilians. The Vernians, with their advanced technology and strategic position, were seen as a valuable asset by both sides. One fateful day, a group of human diplomats arrived on Vernia, seeking to forge an alliance with the peaceful species. The humans, known for their tenacity and strength, were seen as a potential game-changer in the escalating conflict. But the Vernians, wary of involving themselves in the war, hesitated to accept the humans' offer of assistance. "We come in peace," the human ambassador, Captain Liara, spoke to the Vernian Council. "We seek to stand by your side, to lend our strength and resources to help you defend your planet against any threat." But the Vernians were hesitant. They had heard stories of humanity's capacity for violence and destruction, of wars waged and empires toppled in their wake. They feared that unleashing such a powerful force into the conflict would only escalate the bloodshed and devastation that had already consumed so many worlds. "We appreciate your offer, Captain Liara," the Vernian counselor replied, her voice filled with concern. "But we cannot in good conscience involve ourselves in this war. We have always sought peace and understanding with our neighbors, and we do not wish to abandon those principles now." The human diplomats understood the Vernians' reluctance, but they also knew the stakes of the conflict that raged across the galaxy. The Dominion's forces were closing in on Vernia, their weapons primed and ready to strike. The humans knew that without their assistance, the Vernians stood little chance against such a formidable foe. And so, Captain Liara made a desperate plea to the Vernian Council. "Please, don't unleash us into this war," she implored, her eyes filled with determination. "But do not stand alone against the forces of tyranny and oppression. Let us stand with you, not as conquerors or warmongers, but as allies and friends. Together we can defend Vernia and ensure that peace and justice prevail in this galaxy." The Vernians were torn. On one hand, they feared the consequences of involving humanity in their conflict, but on the other hand, they knew that they could not face the Dominion's forces alone. And so, after much deliberation and soul-searching, they made a decision that would change the course of the war. "We accept your offer, Captain Liara," the Vernian counselor spoke, her voice filled with resolve. "Let us stand together as allies against the forces of darkness that seek to divide us. May our unity be our strength, and may peace and justice guide our actions in the days to come." And so, as the Vernians and humans prepared to face the Dominion's forces together, they knew that the path ahead would be fraught with danger and uncertainty. But they also knew that as long as they stood united in their cause, there was hope for a brighter future in a galaxy torn apart by war. And as they set out to defend Vernia against the looming threat, they carried with them a newfound sense of purpose and determination to fight not just for survival, but for a world where peace and harmony could reign once more.